Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Amelia Marquez. We hope you enjoyed and are still enjoying this Thanksgiving Day. Tonight we'll bring you some tips on how to safely preserve those holiday leftovers. We'll have those stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Have you heard the news? The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new and improved website. That's russellbarnett.com. With over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, then look no further than russellbarnett.com. Online service appointments, customer testimonials, and vehicle history reports, this website has it all. We are the largest Middle Tennessee family-owned dealership with 5 locations to choose from. russellbarnett.com, and why buy anywhere else?
Friday, December the 2nd, the 3rd annual Reindeer Fun Run will be held on Jackson Street in Tullahoma. This unique fun run and walk benefits the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Cost for the Reindeer Fun is just a recommended minimum donation of $10, but anyone is welcome to join in the fun. Participants and walkers run down Jackson Street as the parade watchers gather. Runners are also encouraged to dress in their favorite Christmas flair. Pre-register at D.W. Wilson or on the day of the race at Fraser McEwen Park. Grab your antlers and join in the fun at the 3rd annual Reindeer Fun Run.
Welcome back. As health officials in nearby states, including Arkansas and Missouri, monitor outbreaks of mumps that are growing in numbers and geographically, the Tennessee Department of Health reminds residents mumps vaccination is the best way to prevent mumps illness. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends all adults born since 1957 who have not had mumps receive at least 1 dose of MMR vaccine in their lifetime. 2 doses are recommended for adults in high-risk settings, such as those attending college, working in a healthcare facility, or traveling internationally. People born before 1957 are presumed to be immune through natural illnesses in childhood. 1 out of 3 mumps infections, however, are extremely mild or without symptoms, so many people may not recall classic swollen cheek mumps illness.
Mumps spread through close contact with a person who has mumps. The most common symptoms of mumps include swelling of the salivary glands, headaches, loss of appetite, and fever. Persons infected with mumps are capable of spreading the disease to others from about 2 days before their own symptoms become apparent to approximately 5 days later. People suspected of having mumps are asked to stay home and away from people not immune to mumps for 5 days after the start of their illness to prevent spreading it to others. Because many common viruses occasionally cause the same symptoms as mumps, laboratory testing is normally done to confirm the mumps virus as the cause of illness.
Special agents from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation have obtained an indictment for a Chester County woman accused of having a sexual relationship with a teenager. TBI agents began investigating Andrea Watson, who is 24 years old, on July 29th of last year. During the course of the investigation, agents developed information the Henderson woman had a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old male. At the request of 26th District Attorney General Jerry Woodall, the Chester County Grand Jury returned an indictment charging Watson with 1 count of statutory rape. She surrendered to the authorities at the Chester County Jail and was released after posting a $3,000 bond.
The Tennessee Higher Education Commission has awarded Motlow State Community College a $5.5 million grant to build Tennessee's one and only advanced robotics training center at the McMinnville campus. Motlow President Tony Kinkle said the facility will allow state to be competitive at attracting and retaining jobs in the advanced manufacturing area, specifically the auto industry. Kinkle added, quote, "This is truly a turning point for the college and represents the largest single grant ever received in the history of Motlow State," end quote.
With many shoppers preparing to score holiday gift deals on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance Division of Consumer Affairs warns consumers to be wary of hackers that use public Wi-Fi to glean sensitive information. TDCI Consumer Protection Director Cynthia Wheel said, quote, "Connecting to public Wi-Fi networks can make you more vulnerable to scammers. Criminals often watch free networks in order to gain access to account passwords, emails, banking credentials, and other personal information. To minimize fraud risk, Tennesseans should avoid using public Wi-Fi for their online holiday shopping."
We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
The animal shelter has served Tullahoma dogs for nearly 30 years. Now, you can help us build a bigger and better no-kill shelter. Your tax-deductible gift is matched dollar for dollar. So come on, bark it forward and donate now to have your tax-deductible gift matched. Make your check payable to the COT Shelter Building Fund and go to tullahomatn.gov to see all the unique gifts available for your generosity. For more details, you can call City Hall at 455-2648.
Welcome back. Peggy Burton spoke with a representative from the Tullahoma Parks and Recreation Department about a new program the department is starting.
I always love it when somebody comes on the set that I love and care for. Lyle Russell, it's so good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
I just love having you here. You're the newest member maybe of Parks and Recreation.
I think so.
Running concessions.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that huge? Do you order everything?
I do. Just trying to learn how to take care of all their concession needs over there. We're still figuring it out, but it's going well.
Yeah, but that is big, especially in the summer with all the kids. And
I came on in September, so I didn't experience the pool being open yet. So we're looking forward to that in May.
Well, we're all very fortunate to have all the activities, and so let's turn it over to you and tell me what's happening.
Sure. Well, I came to talk about a couple of programs that we're trying to get off the ground. The first one is every Tuesday night coming up here pretty soon. We're doing a chess club Tuesday from 6 to 8.
6 to 8, a chess club.
Yes, ma'am.
Who thought about that?
Well, I guess when I spoke to the director and my boss and told them what I wanted to do, they said, "Sure, run with it.
I think it's a great idea." So obviously you play chess.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And are you a star or whatever you call it, a winner?
I like to think that I'm pretty good, but I'm not very good. I enjoy playing. It's challenging.
Do you play sometimes with somebody in another state or stuff like my grandson does?
I have, not recently, but I have done that.
So it starts from 6 till 8, and is there any charge?
No, there's no charge. You can come as you are and just enjoy it.
And you don't have to call and sign up or anything? You can just show up?
That's correct.
Okay, every Tuesday, 6 to 8.
Yes, ma'am, at D.W. Wilson.
Sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And I hope you get a big turnout. Do you already have the boards there, or do you ask them to bring their own board?
I do. I have all of the equipment available for anybody who wants to come in. I also have instructional items in case somebody, maybe on the edge, I've played, but I don't really remember it. We can get you up to speed and playing pretty quick.
So you'll be doing some training, teaching, and so people understand that want to learn. They don't have to already be playing.
Right. We also, on the first Tuesday of each month, I'm also offering instruction for younger chess players from 3:30 to 5.
Okay.
And then the cafe is open, so they can grab something to eat in the middle of that. And if they want to stay and play against the adults.
And again, that's free?
It's all free.
That's a wonderful program. We're so lucky to have a good Parks and Recreation program in our region.
The lights were turned on last Saturday night on the George Orr Memorial Christmas tree in the Caboose Park in Tullahoma. Newsleader's Andrew Todd brings us this video from that event.
Welcome to the Christmas tree lighting. We really hope this becomes an annual tradition, and that everybody in town will come around and bring their kids, bring their grandkids, and just make it an annual tradition. Mayor Curley, would you?
It's always my pleasure to be here and join with each of you as we start the Christmas season. Just what a great day and a beautiful day to be in Tullahoma. I join with Alderman Duncan, Alderman Stanton, who are here, our city attorney, Steve Worsham, and families. It's always good to be here. I appreciate so very much what the Tullahoma Community Pride Foundation does for our community. They take on projects that some of us, might not get done, but they're the ones that jump in and make things happen. Certainly want to acknowledge the staff, the Tacoma Fire Department that's here tonight. We appreciate them and the work that they do and what they're prepared to do for each and every one of us every day. So again, thanks everybody for being here. Welcome to everybody, and special appreciation to our visitors for being here. Thank you.
And I also want to offer a especially big welcome to the Tullahoma Fire Department for coming up today and bringing the old pumper. I had the occasion to spend the morning with them after a fire call, and not everything was okay, but I really didn't want to see them this afternoon. But thank you very much. You were all excellent representatives of the city this morning, and we welcome you this afternoon. We have a special guest today, and that is Mrs. Laura Orr. And we would like to invite her and her daughter Ressa to come up and turn on the lights for the Christmas tree. If you have any Toys for Tots, then you didn't bring them today, you can drop them by Fire Station number 1 anytime. And there are also some businesses that are collecting them as well, including Sellers Surplus. That was Caleb Sellers on the front page of the newspaper yesterday. So thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up after these messages.
Would you drive a few extra miles to save thousands on a new or pre-owned vehicle? If you answered yes, do yourself a favor and come see us at Stamingham Ford in Lewisburg. Right now, we're offering the Ford Focus for $16,455. This vehicle is automatic, power windows and power locks. Or check out our F-350s, up to $10,000 off. Come see us today at Stamingham Ford. You'll get the same selection of savings as the other guys, but customer service of a small town dealership. And remember, if anyone can, Stan can.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Billy Philpott will be the Grand Marshal for this year's annual Chamber of Commerce Christmas Parade. John Gray spoke recently with Billy and Chamber Executive Director Diane Bryant.
We've got Diane Bryant, the Chamber chick, and Santa Claus #1 helper in Middle Tennessee, Billy Philpott, who is a gift and a package all on his own.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
And that
what an
gift,
introduction.
And that gift will be riding at the head of the parade this year as the 60th annual Grand Marshal. And Billy has quite the tale of 60s in his life. Want to tell us about a few of them?
Well, let me just start at the beginning.
Good place to start.
It's a very good place to start. That might go in a musical one of these days. You know?
I think it should.
Yeah. Well, I'm totally humbled and shocked that the board of directors and the Christmas Parade Committee asked me to be Grand Marshal, and it's a privilege to do that. Bonnie and I moved here 64 years ago, and we've been in this community, raised our family here. It is our community.
Yes.
And we love it here. One day we may have to move for whatever reason, but in the meantime we've got a lot of good memories here. And one of the things that came out in this is I guess a week after I was selected, Bonnie, we got up and was eating breakfast, and Bonnie said, I marched in that first parade with the with the Chevrolet Golden Eagle Band.
This is too wild.
It just blew me away, and that just put the cap on it.
Right.
It really did. To know that she and I both have an interest in this, and we're just pleased.
So Friday night, the 2nd of December, at 7 o'clock is the Christmas parade. And have you firmed up your car?
I've got a lead.
Okay, he's got a lead on a 1956
I wanted
vehicle.
a 1956 Chevrolet because that, strangely enough, that was my first car. Is a 1956 Chevrolet. It was not a convertible, but it was a 1956 blue and white Chevrolet Bel Air. So I'm looking for one. I've got a lead on one, but it hadn't worked out yet.
You folks out there, anybody have one?
Oh, here's the all call. That's right.
All call for a Bel Air
That's
1966 for the Grand Marshal, and you know, who else could it be? For all the work you've done and the conceptual things you've come up with, and the wonderfully bright and fun way that you have injected yourself into the parade, into the promotion of the parade. You know, it's a well-deserved honor for you to sit in the #1 seat for the parade.
Well, like I say, it's an honor. I'm excited. I've had a lot of fun with it already.
Oh, of course you have.
And we're going to have a lot of fun all the way up through December the 2nd. And it'll be a lot of good memories.
So we want to invite everyone to the tree lighting ceremony at South Jackson Civic Center at 5 o'clock.
Right.
And then we want to invite everyone to come inside and join the Grand Marshal at the Grand Marshal reception, which is being sponsored by Rodney's Body Shop. And so we will have time then for gathering and receiving friends and family, and obviously refreshments. So we really are looking forward to that event, and we want to remind the general public that they are invited, and we would love to have everybody come help us with that. And then we will have the reception, and then from there we will proceed to get Billy into his Grand Marshal car, and then I'll go join Ashton, and Ashton Sisk, and we will try to take Billy's spot and make sure that everybody gets started and everybody gets moving like they should.
Wonderful, folks.
Yes.
Billy, congratulations, my friend. You're going to have that good-looking girl by your side, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
I bet you will.
She's trying to back out, but no.
Don't you let her back out.
No deal.
She says this is your day.
We'll be right back in just a moment.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Most likely, most of our viewers have enjoyed a big Thanksgiving feast today. It's also likely you have had a lot of leftovers. Let's watch this video, which will tell you how to safely use those holiday leftovers.
No way there can be any leftovers, right? You just stuffed yourselves, but then you look and there are leftovers. What do you do with them? You want to store them, but you got to store them the right way. And here to tell us how to do that, we've got Chef Liz Jimenez with Second Helping. It's good to see you as always, sister. So we probably, a lot of us go about storing our food the wrong way. I'm just going to throw that out there and guess, right? Because with what you do, I mean, it's very specific, right? There are real serious guidelines you guys have to follow to make sure everyone's safe. And I know we in our homes should probably, we could do better.
Yes, we could always learn to do better to keep our family safe and our friends safe. And one of the things that I notice that a lot of people do with leftovers is that they allow the leftovers to sit out for long periods of time after the food is done, and then you either watch TV or play games, and then the food is just sitting out.
Totally. We do it with the turkey, I think.
Yes.
Maybe that's the worst, is the turkey's just kind of left sitting there because we are watching the game. We're kind of coming and going from the kitchen, taking little bits off. But how long is too long to leave meat out?
Ideally, it won't go beyond 2 hours.
Okay.
A maximum of 2 hours, provided that the person cooked the turkey properly, that it was thought out properly, and that all the guidelines up to the cooking went fine. And then at least 2 hours.
There's that too. We had to get that right too.
Yeah.
So, all right.
However, if something was really hot and you wanted it to cool down faster, then slice it, cut it into smaller chunks, and it will allow the air to go in so that it can cool it faster.
Okay, because you don't want to put a still hot or even very warm turkey in the refrigerator, because what does that do? That causes problems as well.
Yes, it not only puts more stress on the unit, but also all that heat can radiate and give heat to the other neighboring foods.
Right, okay.
There, and it may also put them at risk.
And it's not necessarily just turkey. We can also, this applies to hams or whatever sort of holiday foods you may enjoy in your
mashed
house.
Potatoes.
Steaks, mashed potatoes, anything really dense.
Yeah, they hold a lot of heat, mashed potatoes. So when something is like that and there's lots of mashed potatoes left over, or sweet potatoes or something, then go ahead and spread them on a container that only about 2 inches deep of food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only 2 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you may have a big container, like this is more than 2 inches, but you only have a couple inches of food in the container, so that there's more surface area for the hot food to be spread out through, and the air can get in easier and it can cool it down faster.
Oh, fabulous. Okay, that's a good tip. And then what about, I'll tell you what, every holiday season I go to my mother's house and I open up the fridge and it's like, seriously, you can't get anything else in. It jam-packed. Now, where's your stance on that?
That is so important to prevent that from happening.
There you go, Mom. I hope you're listening.
Because
don't pack it full.
And it's so easy because we don't want to run out of things. We want to make sure everybody has what they like or a variety of things. So we over prepare sometimes and we really pack it. And then when it comes for the leftovers, then we don't have any room. And then there is not enough air circulation to allow for all those things to be kept safe.
To kept cool properly, like the way they need to be. Okay, then, so let's say we've cooked everything to a T, we let things cool, we've stored it properly, now we want to reheat things.
Good question, and that's a very good point, because if you choose to reheat your food items in the microwave, every microwave is different.
Totally.
My mom has a 20-year-old microwave. And I have a much newer microwave. So
I hope you do.
In my microwave, it may take 2 minutes. In hers, it may take 10 minutes.
Totally. Okay.
So it's really important that people slowly get used and comfortable with the idea of using a thermometer.
Okay.
And ideally, we will be reheating foods up to 165 degrees. And you can hold the thermometer inside the food for at least 15 seconds to stabilize the temperature. So, because the same food item may take longer in one microwave versus the other, the only way that we're going to know if it's reheated properly and all the way through is with a
wonderful
important.
That's right. Get one of those bad boys.
Yes, and this is the best brand ever.
Fabulous. We're good. We're going to pull that information on IndieStyle.tv. Chef, we're out of time as always. But you know what? Thank you so much for all the good work you do with Second Helpings and Second Helpings as a whole, all the mouths that they...
The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a heeler mix named Ginger. She entered the shelter as a stray and is approximately 4 years old. Ginger is up to date on her vaccinations, heartworm negative, microchipped, and good with other dogs and children. She will receive a free spay provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Be sure to check out the shelter on Facebook for information about upcoming events and fundraisers. Remember, you can help support your local shelter by adopting, donating, or volunteering. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Pixie. She is a mixed breed dog who needs a forever home soon. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society, P.O. Box 252 in Manchester. Their website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have your next truck. From the Ford F-Series, the Ram, Chevrolet, or the GMC, then look no further than the Russell Barnett family. With over 350 new and pre-owned trucks to choose from, now is the time to buy. Stop by one of our 5 locations. That's Russell Barnett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Chevrolet GMC, Ford of Winchester, and Russell Barnett Ford and Kia of Tullahoma, or visit us on the web at russellbarnett.com. Why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades, and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1973 at 78 degrees. The record low was in 1937 at 17 degrees. Average high on this day is 58 and the average low is 36. Mostly cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of around 46. Partly cloudy weather on Friday, with a high of 60 and a low of 36. Mostly sunny weather in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 54 and a low of 29. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
And from all of us on Newsleader 6, wishes you and your families an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Thank you.